become pretty commonplace in our society. Ink on bodies, tattoos. But sometimes it's one of those spontaneous things that happens, and later on you wish you could take it back, but it's just not that easy. However, Med Spa on College Street in Beaumont might be able to take it back for you. James Ware with us this morning. Hey, Jimmy, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, Dan. Happy Monday morning to you. And yeah, you're exactly right. I was looking at some statistics, and they say about 14% of the people that have tattoos usually regret one or two they might get down the road. So yeah, now we're talking removal. At one point, people thought it was permanent, but not so much anymore. In the 90s, this process of laser removal started, and Micah Cooksey is here with the Med Spa here. Tell us a little about the process and how it goes about. It's laser now. That's the way to do it.
That's correct. What happens is when someone receives a tattoo, the ink is deposited in the dermal layer of the tissue. So the way the laser works is it penetrates through the epidermis into the dermis, and it breaks or shatters that ink or that pigment. And then the body processes it as waste. Okay.
And so what we're doing now, and I can't believe you got someone to come in at 6:45 in the morning to do this for us. A man with a big
hard, but we got it.
She's waving to us. She's got one on her back that she wanted to have removed. How many times is she going to have this treatment?
Industry standard for a homemade tattoo is 4 to 6 treatments, and professionally done tattoos is 8 to 10.
Okay. And Whitney's getting it prepped right now. And what is she doing?
Okay, this is a product called a Zimmer cooler. What it does is it cools the tissue. It serves two purposes. One purpose is comfort, and the other purpose is really protection. It helps minimize blistering and damage.
Okay, and so I'm going to go out on a limb. Amanda was telling me hers was going to say Lone Star State on it. They just put Lone Star. She doesn't like it. It's been there since probably college days, I think she said. And she's going to have it removed. I'm going to go out on a limb and say names are probably one of the more common that you remove.
Absolutely. For men, definitely names are the most common.
And in fact, we've got another patient here. He's got, he had his wedding band put on as a tattoo. And it's got his ex-wife's initials in it as well as his, and that's what he's going to have removed. Kind of the same situation. So, Kevin, I see the pictures on the wall. Is that kind of the process of what it takes to get through? It started as the brightness on the left down to the fading on the right.
Absolutely. That's what you would expect after about 5 treatments on a homemade tattoo.
And you know what else, Mike, I was really surprised by is I thought this would be a long process like a tattoo, and it's not. You said to remove this to the first treatment is only going to take maybe 7 to 10 seconds?
10 to 15 seconds. Once you get started, we always start with a test spot to make sure we get the proper reaction. But once we've accomplished that, we'll turn the frequency up on the machine and really...
And you can still see, she did that test spot right there, and it's remarkably different. I mean, you can see how it's already lightened it up. So she knows it's going to work now, and then that's the next process. She'll start working the whole thing. Absolutely. So can we we'll continue to talk, but let her, and talk about the glasses a little bit. This is a laser treatment, and Dr. Wilgers is on staff here, and it's in his building, correct?
Correct, yeah, he's located right next door, so we do have that luxury to have him next door.
Okay, and so we're using laser, and in that case, you can be blinded by that. So of course you want to wear the protective eyewear.
Absolutely.
Okay, well let's see it work, and we'll step back here for just a second. But so many people considered this permanent for so long. I mean, people thought that because of laser, that's changed the whole industry.
Absolutely.
Wow. So tell us what's going on now.
Okay, she's actually performing the treatment right now.
Basically just sweeping over it, and everywhere we see the red light, and she can see where she's working because it's very noticeable where it's hitting.
Absolutely. And see, if you'll notice, the surrounding tissue is not really affected by the laser. Only the laser is only going to affect the target or the pigment in the ink.
There we go.
Okay. Oh yeah. Noticeably different.
Hey, James.
Yeah, Dan.
When this process goes on, I mean, does this scab over? I mean, does it take that kind of healing?
Yeah, Dan was asking, is there going to be a healing process as far as what takes place after the laser hits it?
Absolutely. Before she leaves here, we'll go ahead and put some anesthetic cream on there and gauze. But typically, healing process is about 3 days. Sometimes you'll get some slight blistering, but that's okay. Then we'll see them back if they have any complications.
Okay, there you go. And of course, they can come back for another treatment, their second treatment, in about 4 weeks, correct?
That's
Is it an expensive process?
Well, that's what we needed to get into.
Okay,
cost. Give us an idea.
Okay, a typical 4x4, our cost is $175 per treatment. But if they'll buy a package, That's 8 treatments. That's $9.95.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, James. We'll talk some more again. Tattoo removal, it's possible, as you're finding out here on the morning show. About 5 away from the top of the hour, still to come this morning. Dana's back with another check of the forecast. We'll look ahead, see what's coming up as we head for the morning show on KBTV Fox 4.